Okay, so there's a lot of information out there about the specimen, so I'm only going to gloss over a few things. But I really wanted to do my own take at the specimen. And what I wanted to do was retrace the steps of the specimen. And that's what we're doing here today. This is Merlin's Lookout, a great destination for anyone in HIllend to come and visit. And the beautiful thing about this spot is that you can view Hawkins Hill over there. And that is where they found the specimen. For those that don't know, I'm talking about one of HIllend's best bragging rights, the Beyers and Holtermann specimen, the world's largest piece of gold ever to have been found, still to date. This thing was 1.5 meters tall, okay? 4.5 inches thick. It was a monster, and I love gold. And it was found at the Star of Hope mine just over there. I can only imagine the excitement of the diggers when they found this piece. I mean, the newspaper said it took the strength of 12 men and the whim horse to reef it out of the shaft just over there. And I do like coming here because there's this wonderful plaque here with the scientific depiction of the harbour bridge laid out over Hawkins Hill. So you can really get a good idea of just how much dirt the diggers moved in the 1800s. Well, it was found over there. Come on, Thunder, we're going to go into town to its next location. Join us as we chase the specimen. Now, it's a little bit odd. We're back here at the church, as I was just explaining in a previous episode how Paxton made that church with the gold he found in HIllend. But right beside the church is Hodgson's General Store. Well, it used to be anyway. And back in the 1800s, when they found the specimen, this is where they brought it. And we all know that famous photo of Holtermann standing next to the specimen. This is the site where they took that photo. It's almost a bit of a shame we don't have a plaque here to commemorate that, but you never know, that could be ammo for a future episode. How you going over there, Henry?
Yeah, pretty good.
This is Henry's new horse. What's his name, brother?
His name's Jangles.
Jangles. I got him for Henry a couple of months ago. Saddle broke him, make sure he was good and he wasn't going to end up down Dead Horse Falls. And he seemed to be a good addition to the family. Hopefully you guys see him around a bit more often. Now, after the specimen had its photo taken here, it was held here for about 2 weeks for viewing, and it was taken just down the road. That's where we're going to head on to next, guys. Ooh, up. Just down the road was the Pullen and Rawsthorne stamper battery mill. A 15-head stamper battery that crushed a lot of the gold from Hawkins Hill in the 1800s, and it also crushed the specimen right over there. And in this area was a massive dam that supported the stamper battery shed up there. To give you a bit of an idea, an ounce of gold today is worth about $2,600 Australian. It fluctuates. Just over there, once they crushed it, they tallied it, the specimen, at 3,000 ounces. I am drooling, hey. And, once they crushed it, they smelted it down into about half a dozen cakes. One of those cakes was just over 3,000 ounces. Can you imagine a solid cake of gold at 3,000 ounces? Mind blowing. However, before he crushed it, he chipped the tip of it off, Holtermann himself, and put it right in his pocket as an heirloom to be passed down throughout the generations of his children. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, the old man said after it was crushed and smelted, it headed to one of my favourite buildings in HIllend, the Exchange Hotel. We'll head off there now. Okay guys, so this site here is the AJ&S Bank, the Stock Exchange and the Exchange Hotel, all in the one building. You heard me, a bank, the Stock Exchange and a pub, all together right here. And the specimen, once it was, smelted down with the rest of that gold, was transported here because there was a massive, massive vault right here. My old man said that these metal rods sticking up out of the ground are the original rods that held the vault in place. My mind again is a wonder at those smelted cakes, half a dozen of them sort of sitting in here waiting, and one of them being that 3,000 ounce possible cake of the specimen. They would have waited in this vault until a Monday morning for the gold escort wagon to come along, pick it up, take it out on the Sydney Road, over the Blue Mountains and beyond. I do think we've got a small trace of the specimen left in HIllend though. We might head out on the HIllend Road now and have a look, hey? So there still is a trace of the Beyers and Holtermann specimen in HIllend, okay? You might have remembered that story I told you of Holtermann chipping the tip of it off and putting it in his pocket. Well, one of the great descendants, they did say it wasn't being appreciated enough in their cupboard, so they sold it to the old fella up there at History Hill. It is one of the first things you see as you enter the History Hill Museum. It's in a red display case, and it's got a letter of authenticity with it. It is super cool. And I cannot express enough how much Malcolm Drinkwater is a walking encyclopedia. He's done 3 books on gold, the history of the area, and Holtermann himself, and he's done 3 documentaries on gold, the history of the area, and on Holtermann himself. Go check him out. Go check the books and DVDs out. The museum, thousands of Goldfields memorabilia and artifacts on display, and he's actually got a walk-in mine down there too. The mine goes in about 130 odd metres, 18 metres deep with 7 ladders to climb on the way out. Now that's all optional of course, but I guarantee you guys will have fun up there. Now with all that being said and done, hey,
Yeah, getting a bit of fever, are you?
we have been talking a little bit too much gold today, and I have got the fever hard. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video we put together for you. Let's go look for some gold.
Yeah, too right to that.
All right. Come on. Don't forget guys, I do gold panning tours, teaching people how to gold pan and identify gold. I bring all the equipment required. Groups and families are welcome. If you're interested, look me up. Tours only go for about an hour, and I stay with you to try to get you some colour.